Hi everybody, Jared here with Day Traders FX. Hopefully you guys are having a great week and a great day. You can see that so far we have had quite a smashing day in the market. Everything is heading down pretty fast. We've seen the Dow about 250 points down. It's currently stabilizing a little bit, about 200 points down. S&P's down a bunch. Now you can see that it's been earnings season, so a lot of the profit reports have been pretty bad, and that's really caused quite a sell-off in a lot of the markets. You see that also we had some news today. The dollar CAD went crazy with the interest rate announcement, which remained unchanged, but there were some strong tones of further interest rate hikes coming up. So that was pretty dramatic for the dollar CAD pair. We have a little bit of news coming out here in just about 10 minutes on the UK or on the on the pound. We have the Bank of England Governor King speaking, and then coming up later on today we have the CPI for Australia, which will be a bit of a mover, and then we've got a little bit of Chinese news. Coming into tomorrow, though, we've got a lot of news. We have German IFO, the flash manufacturing PMI, we've got Draghi speaking, new home sales, on and on and on. It's a huge day tomorrow for news. But let's look at what we've got real quick here. We are currently long euro dollar from the bounce at 129.50. So this is 129.50. We got in long just down here, just a little bit above this level earlier this morning, and it's been kind of hopping around, as you can see, not moving a lot, but it's slowly working its way higher, and it looks like we're going to have a nice little bounce here. Now you can see that it's bouncing off of this trend line. This is a very nice little trend line. It's a nice little channel. This is good stuff right here for a bounce to happen. We have a nice 4-hour reversal candle. That's a great 4-hour reversal candle right there, and we should see some pushes higher coming up on this one. So that's that, and then the 1-hour chart is definitely kind of continuing higher and making its way up there and so on. So we saw this big sell-off, but it looks like it's starting to find some support, and we should be able to get it in here. So I still like trading against the low here, which is just about 129.50. It's currently sitting around 129.75. Look for some consolidation, some retracement, but we have a good 4-hour candle. We've got a nice bounce on the daily, and the 1 hour is looking pretty good, so we should just be able to see some nice upside. So again, look for some retracement down towards 129.50, 55 area if you're not already in it, and look to get long with tight stops just below the low. This lowest candle right here, if we look at that, the very lowest point of it is, there we go, 129.51. So let's get some stops just below 129.50, like 45, 40, somewhere in there, and let's get in as close to 129.50 as possible. And ride this thing up into 200-day moving average, up into that general area. I'm not looking for quite such a big run just yet. This is a good target to aim for, but let's just go for 25, 35, 40 pips somewhere in there and see if we can get some good movement to the upside with some tight stops on this euro dollar. One thing that I am still concerned about, though, on the euro dollar is the weekly chart right here. In this weekly chart, you can see our channel. This is a channel that I have not changed for literally weeks and weeks. I've had this in here. We talked about this morning in the live group, but we've had some major failed attempts at getting above from the high to the low of this channel. The euro keeps testing this 38% fib, which is around 131.50, and it just doesn't seem to be able to get above that. We had a big run at it last week, and we just didn't get there, and now it's selling off again, and it is staying below this trend line. This trend line right here seems to be holding very, very well, and you can see that the euro dollar is having a very tough time getting above that. So if we start to get a break of this, now remember, this channel and this trend line is what we see on the daily chart, and if we start to get a break of that and get this thing back below 129.50, then our next stop most likely is about 128.30.40. So we have about 100 pip, just about 100 pip run down into that area. So just keep an eye on that. Remember that that's going to be a crucial area. But let's look for a bounce with some tight stops. If that breaks and we get stopped out, then let's reverse our position and start shorting this under 129.50. Okay, that's a lot of news on that. Pound dollar has started to make some pretty nice little moves here. Pound dollar's been running up this channel very nicely, and then it started to struggle at this channel area and having a hard time. We have big support. This was just below 160, just barely below 160, and we break that and we head down into from this high to the low. We're heading down into that 38% fib. We've just touched the 38%, so there we are. And it's it's in the bounce slash kind of oversold area, and so we're looking for a little bit of pullback, but I'm not ready to do anything just yet on this pound dollar. I'd probably like to short it if I get back up to if I see it get back up to about 160, then I'll be looking for some shorts there. So keep an eye on that. Euro yen has broken some pretty intense trend lines on the shorter term charts. You can see right here this 1 hour chart. We had a nice little break of that running up there nicely, and it finally pushed through. But it's bouncing off some moving averages and doing a little bit there, and it's coming into support. One thing that we do see on this 4 hour chart is a big reversal candle. So I like trading against the lows of this area right here, which is around 103.25, 103.30, right in that general area, and trading up. We're about 35 pips above that. So trading against these lows back into kind of a double top area, I think is a good move, and I think we've got some good opportunities there. So let's keep an eye on that. Trading against the low right here, this current low, which is 103. We're going to call it 103.25 to be safe, but it's really about 103.27. So trading against that low, we're getting some nice bounces off the moving averages, and it looks like it may have another run higher. So we're going to keep our eye on that. Aussie dollar has been making some big runs. I still think the Aussie dollar is going to break through these lows and really give us a big sell-off. It's consolidated here and continues to make. This was a pretty nice double top, but now it's making some nice lower highs. And overall, I think we might be heading back towards 10200 and below 10200. So that's what I'm looking for there. As far as the short-term charts go, it's pretty choppy, and I don't really want to do anything on this one just yet, unless once again we get a little bit of a run up into about 10300. Then I would look to short off of this resistance and off of about the 200-day moving average right in there. So that'd be something I'd look for. Gold is selling off like crazy. You can see that gold is just continuing lower. One thing that we talk about, remember, from this low to this high right here, this whole run, gold finally just barely made a close below the 23% fib, and that means that we have a very super high probability of reaching the 38% fib, and we're headed right into that very nicely. So gold selling off nicely. We did have a nice reversal candle here on the 4 hour chart, which it did come off of a bit, but has broken that and headed lower. So moving pretty nicely there. So for anyone trading gold, we have a pretty good chance of this at least getting into about 1695. So another 100 pips or so to go on gold. So just keep that in mind. Aussie yen getting a little choppy as well. I don't like it as much as I like the Aussie dollar or the euro yen. This one's kind of just in middle territory, but it looks like it's starting to have a little bit of a trouble with this upper area, and this should start us on the downward movement that the Aussie dollar's on. So keep an eye on this. We've got this little candle right here that just made another failed high. And closed as a negative candle, so we may start to see some further downside on this. So watch these highs. You can see we're a little ways away from them right now, about 75 pips. But if this gets back up there and tests that, I may be looking to short against those highs. I'm just going to kind of see how price action looks. It's really choppy right now, but I think that could be a very likely scenario. So we're gonna keep our eyes on that. So lots of good setups as you can see, but big focus on euro dollar trade that we're already in. Pound dollar needs a little retracement. Euro yen has got a strong reversal pattern in the works right now, so a little bit of retracement. We can trade against these lows of today, which once again are about 103.25, and then Aussie dollar is kind of the same situation where we need some retracement, and gold, we've got about another 100 pips probably to run on gold. So good setups, good moves. I'll have more details coming out on Twitter, and I will see you guys in the chat. Thanks a bunch, everyone.